Did you ever spend any time around Vince Russo? And if so, what did you think of him?
I knew him very casually. I mean, never spent a lot of time around him. Didn't really know him that well. Uh, um, I don't know if I was, at the time that he got put in the position he was put in, whether he was ready for it. Uh, I mean, because um, to be put in a position where you're going to be calling shots and stuff, you got to know a lot about the business.
Hmm.
And my question would be, Vince Russo, where the hell did you learn about the business? You know,
It's a good
what
question.
makes you an authority on anything in wrestling? Because you never climbed in a damn ring and did anything.
Do you feel that the best bookers traditionally are, or at least guys writing creative traditionally, are the guys who were former wrestlers themselves?
Absolutely, without a doubt. Because being a wrestler, you're the one out there, and you're the one. And it's kind of like uh, when I talk to guys, I said, you can't go out in the ring and just assume and like you could do something in a match and it really get over great. Now you could go to the next town and you could do something similar or the same thing and maybe not get the reaction that you got the night before. And I'm serious. Every crowd is different. Now, the greater percentage of the people that you do things in front of are going to have the same reaction, but you can't count on that. I mean, it's kind of like that's why you can't just go out and before the match, I'll say, okay, here's what we're going to do step by step by step by step. The greatest, the dying art of wrestling is improv.
Hmm.
Because way back when, the only thing I knew going into the ring was the finish. Now, if I had history with a guy, now if like say Jake and I had already had a match and whatever, and the last thing that that the people saw in the ring, was me, really putting the screws to him, okay,
Hmm.
and in a bad way. Well, then the next time I get in the ring with them, I'm not just gonna stroll out there and just get in the ring and get introduced and start the match. It's like the next time it's kind of like I get in the ring and he hits the ring on a dang dead run and chases me right out of the ring and around the ring and because of what the people saw last time.
Yes.
So I might know the beginning. Okay, here's how we're going to start, and here's how it's going to finish. But everything else is on the fly. And there aren't. I'm telling you, there's not a handful of guys today that can do that.
It's
I mean,
today.
it's a dying art.
Today, the greatest emphasis is okay. Let's put these guys together because they'll have a great match, and it's that you're right. What's missing really is that ability to tell a story and say like, well, here's what happened last week, so we should structure the match this way. Where they're just going out there and doing all these spectacular things, and it's amazing. Like they're incredible athletes, but like they're
Well,
not.
that's it. It's like I like it. It's kind of like that. That's why it's so hard for me to watch today's product.
Hmm.
Is because I watch them and it's like, okay, I might as well be watching a tumbling match
Yep.
because all I see is them doing high spots. I mean, it's kind of like I've seen guys do a deal where I used to take a bump where like I would have, we call it an ass bump, where the guy picks you up, it looks like he's dropping your rear end right on his leg,
Hmm.
and then I would take that and then I would bounce off of that, and I knew how to hit the rope in just the right part of my body to where my legs would fly up and I would go over the top rope to the floor.
Yep.
Now today you do that, they bounce up like nothing happened.
Right.
In turn, I would lay there and sell it. All you young wrestlers out there, learn how to sell. In other words, there's got to be a reason for a baby face to make a comeback. And unless he sells, I mean, your comeback's only going to be as good as your sell job.
If you're not selling, you're not in danger. If you're not in danger, then the audience is
Yeah,
going to disengage from it.
exactly. And that's
Yep.
what's missing today. It's just like, okay, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to impress all these people with, oh, look at all these great bumps I'm taking. They're not impressed with that. You know, it's like, tell me a story. You know, the story's not supposed to be what's going on out in the parking lot or what happened back in the locker room and whatever. I mean, those things can be interjected into the story, but the story that the people want to see is the damn match.
Right.
Tell me a story in the ring. Have a compelling contest in that ring that looks real.